You've spent the last 10 to 20 years building a career. You sit in a boardroom making decisions that steer entire divisions, and you know exactly how to command a room. This diagram shows thousands of elite candidate profiles entering the admissions funnel for top 10 Executive MBA programs. Almost all have pristine pedigrees, yet most are filtered out and rejected. To see why, look at how the evaluation criteria shift. A traditional MBA admissions committee weights your future potential. An EMBA committee demands concrete proof of the impact you are having right now. Failure often stems from assuming a job title, director, VP, or senior partner, carries enough weight on its own. Candidates frequently lean on the status of their role instead of building a specific narrative about what actually changed under their leadership. Securing a spot at a top-tier institution requires a high level of self-awareness. You have to take years of raw experience and turn them into a specific, forward-looking argument. The errors usually begin logistically. Many applicants assume all admission cycles follow a uniform calendar. In reality, programs like Columbia operate on rolling admissions, while Wharton uses fixed, round-based deadlines. This diagram shows the multi-track timeline for INSEAD's EMBA program. There are 4 distinct sections: regional cohorts in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East, plus the blended flex program. Each operates with its own staggered start dates and rolling round deadlines, requiring exact planning to navigate. The next early hurdle is the standardized testing requirement, typically the executive assessment or a proprietary school exam. Senior executives often underestimate these assessments. They assume their daily business acumen and financial modeling will translate into a high score on test day without much outside effort. Achieving a competitive score on the EA or INSEAD's internal test requires a minimum of 30 hours of focused study. Missing a staggered round deadline or walking into an assessment underprepared can eliminate a candidate before the admissions committee even looks at the rest of their file. Once past the logistics, the written application requires a shift in perspective. Admissions committees do not want a static, chronological history of your job responsibilities. Your CV must show the specific leadership outcomes you drove. This layout contrasts the 2 most common approaches to the essays. On one side is a sanitized, jargon-heavy paragraph that hides the applicant's personality. On the other is a clear reflection on a professional failure and the resulting lessons learned. Non-linear career paths, gaps, or entrepreneurial ventures that collapsed are valuable assets when you articulate them with high self-awareness. A strong essay connects those past actions directly to a specific, credible strategic vision for your future career goals. The essays are won or lost by how you demonstrate the strategic clarity of your leadership, rather than the length of your list of achievements. A common strategic error involves how applicants choose their recommenders. Many default to the highest-ranking executive they know, such as a distant CEO or board member. This node graph illustrates the difference in recommendation impact. A dense relationship with a direct supervisor or peer yields specific examples of your leadership in complex situations. A thin connection to a distant executive usually results in a generic endorsement. If your written narrative and recommendations align, you move to the interview. In this phase, committees are evaluating how you will function within their specific community. Executive MBA programs are built heavily on peer learning. The interviewer is assessing how your industry experience and geographic background will enrich the classroom environment for your cohort. The school is curating a dynamic ecosystem. Your goal in the interview is to show the committee exactly how you will contribute to that room. Navigating this process requires strategic planning that begins at least 6 months prior to any deadline. Success depends on arriving at the application phase with your professional narrative already finalized. This graphic highlights Lead Early's 98% success rate in helping applicants join top 10 global EMBA programs. They provide the expert strategy needed to translate a raw executive profile into a successful admissions campaign. You have already done the difficult work of building an impressive career. Securing an acceptance letter requires an objective strategy that reflects the full depth of your leadership. Click the link in the description to contact Lead Early today. If you found this breakdown helpful, like the video, share it with a colleague, and subscribe to the channel for more admission strategies.